first step is to choose an image of the portrait that we want to do using buttercream, and the app will be Pinterest. That's the right side. You can download that app, and that's the search keyword, portrait painting ideas, or you can do portrait painting acrylic or abstract, easy, watercolor, maybe say, let me just do acrylic. So I'm just trying to choose an image which is not really very complicated and not very simple as well. Painting ideas, and there are quite a few ideas that you can use. You can choose one like this, and that I would say after a few times of practice you can choose something like that, where you can see the shades are quite natural. It is just as much close to the real one. If you're choosing something like this, it is quite easier because there are different shades, and so you know exactly where the pink is, where the purple is, where the yellow is, and so it's easier for you to go and do the exact shades in the same position, so you can be really sure of an image like this, and the result is going to be perfect. Okay, but a portrait painting of this sort, where the skin tone is close to natural, but this is exactly not natural, but there are not too many shades in this, and you might have to play around with one particular color and different shades of it. For this, I would suggest you could, as a beginner, a one like this could be a little difficult. So I'm just going around showing you options. Something like this is also an advanced level of an image to pick up. Not too complicated, but not very easy for a beginner. Okay, so now I would like to pick up an image that has prominent shades all around, so you know exactly they are not one color and multiple shades, but you can see there is blue, there is red, and there is black and all that, so you know exactly where you want to place which one. But an image something like this is even more easier. So to learn the technique with an image like this, where there are multiple shades that can be blended, and then finally when you get to see the output, it is easier for us to compare what we've done on the cake and the inspiration image that we have chosen. Okay, so because it's Pinterest, I'll not be able to save the image as it is, so I'm taking a screenshot of it, and I need to edit this, right? I just want the image, so I'm just going to clip it. And if your gallery has this option of 1:1 ratio, I'm just clicking there. If you can see, that is the original, right, ratio, and I'm clicking on 1:1, which will make my image square. Okay, so I'm just saving this one because I need a square image. Now if the image that you're choosing is not a square, basically, say for example I just wanted to pick one image which is not exactly a square image that you can use, say for example, say this one, right? This image by itself is not a square, so I'm just going to take a screenshot of it, and using the gallery, now here I can crop this. Okay, so if I did a 1:1 here, as I said, I'm going to lose out on the details, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to save this with the exact ratio of this image. Now, but I cannot have image which is not a square to fit into a circle, because again I will lose out a lot of details. To get this particular image which is not a square, to convert that into a square, there is an app called Insta Square. You can download that. I'm clicking on the one, and okay, now edit, and here I'm choosing the gallery, which is this. So now the rectangular image, this Insta Square converts it into a square. Now you can see the right and the left side has the BG, that is a blurred image of the painting itself. Now there's the center button, save on the top. I'm going to click on that, and that image gets saved. Right now I am going to go to Canva. Okay, and there's this plus button on the bottom right. Click on that, and I want to do custom size, and here on the pixel I clicked on the rightmost, the width, height, and then there is this px with a down arrow. I clicked on that, and here instead of pixel, which is px, I am going to choose inches, in. Okay, on the width I am going to do a 8.25 because we will be working on an 8-inch cake, but you can measure the size of your cake board that you will use to frost your cake. And if that is 8.25, you will enter 8.25 here. And because it is a square, both the measurements will be the same. And now I'm going to create a new design, and here on the top I'm going to click on the elements, and here you scroll down, you can see quite a few options, but here I want to go with the frames because that is the one that is used to add another image inside. And here, because it is round cake, the leftmost, which is the circle frame, I am going to extend the image to the size of the square. Okay, and then I'm going to click on the replace. You see the bottom middle, there is this button called replace, where I'll click on the galleries on the top, and this is the image that I had chosen. Now if it is already made into a square, so it just fits this exactly, and whatever you see fits inside the circle is exactly what will be on top of the cake. And now I just want to save this image, and I want to show the other image which was initially not a square, but we had converted it into a square image, right, which is this one. So when this fits in, you can see the square image that was converted using the Insta Square eventually turns up like this on this circle frame. Now I just want to show you the difference between the one that was not converted into a circle, which is this, where you can see you're losing out on the details on the hair and the neck from what the original image had. And now this was converted to a circle, and adding that gives you more details, the exact details which was there on the inspiration image. Now these are the two that we've used to edit, and you can create your own image, or you can use one of this and make your image fit inside a circle of the desired size. And now this image is ready to be printed, and the printout is needed to move on to the next step. Now you know how to choose an image and then again convert the image into a 1:1 ratio, which is a square proportion, and then using the Canva app you know how to add the ratio, which is the custom image using inches, 8.25 for both the width and the the length and the breadth of square, which is both the same, 8.25 and 8.25. And now you're clicking on the elements, adding frame, circle one, and then clicking on the replace and fitting in the image that you are going to use for creating your portrait painting.